Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you are here. Today we have my palette roundup for the month of April. I went through, how many? I think 10 palettes. Yes, I wrote them down. So I had 10 palettes in the month of April. I'm going to swatch them, talk you through what each one looks like and what my thoughts were on all of them. So if you're interested in that, just keep watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know if you've tried any of these palettes, if you remember any of these palettes, because I got a couple of oldies in here. And we'll go through them in order from my least favorite all the way up to my favorite. I will say my least favorite is very easy. My top two favorites are very easy. Everything else, you could probably rearrange a lot within the 7 spots because there's a lot of them. I'm like, they're all okay, but they're not really jumping out at me. So you might, as I show them, if you have an idea of what's going to be your number one, let me know. So first up, I have Morphe. This is the Rose Frequency palette, a new one to me. Then we have Huda Lilac Pastel Obsessions in Lilac. Then there is this Wet n Wild. This is Coffin Break, so something from the Halloween collection. Urban Decay, this is the Shadow Box, Deluxe Shadow Box. I had to think that there's extra names. Then we have Flower Nose, and this is the Strawberry Cupid collection in Cupid's Mischief. Then I have from Give, this is Rich Girl. I have one from Pat McGrath. This is the Ecstasy in Subversive. Then there is another Gwen Stefani Give. It is Simple Kind of Life. And then two from Ipsy. First up, this is Luna Magic, the Amor palette. And then the other one is from Mischo. This came in my last month's box. And it's just the mini eyeshadow palette one. Okay, in last place is my Wet n Wild palette, the Coffin Break palette. You probably guessed that, I would imagine, looking at like the palettes it's going up against. So here you go, we have them all swatched. I said not sure of the color story. Pretty shimmers. Some mattes are a bit rough, especially like you can see that this one was a little bit patchy. That's how it's swatched. One swipe, that's all I did for all of these. This side is pretty nice. So if we're looking at it, like these ones are fine. I wasn't crazy about like this one. It didn't work so well. The black, I didn't use the black, but that's what the black looked like. I don't think that's probably a good black. I don't use black eyeshadow, so I don't really care. But yeah, not my favorite. I feel like I could use it and it's a decent enough palette, but with the color story, with the amount of palettes I already have, I'm going to pass this one along. I hurt my fingernail trying to open it earlier too, so that's just another nail in the coffin for Coffin Break. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It's going bye-bye. Okay, we're gonna do 9 and 7 together. Also, if you hear buzzing, that's my little refrigerator, and I've heard it in other videos as I'm editing, but I don't want to turn it off because I might not remember to turn it back on, and that could be a mess. So in 9th place, we have Give by Gwen Stefani. This is the Simple Kind of Life palette. It is an all matte palette. It's pretty basic and boring and pretty light, as you can see. Then in 7th place, so we skipped over, we'll go back to it in a minute, but I wanted to do these together. So this is Rich Girl, a little bit darker, has a couple shimmers in it. Maybe they would work together, like you could do them together. These are not my favorite palettes. I've really wanted, like, I liked a lot of stuff from Give and I liked the formulas. I just don't love the color story. So there we go. I guess they do work together. Like you could mix them together. This one's a little more cool tone, but yeah, so that's what they are together. So for Rich Girl, I said it's nice, but I don't love the colors, but the shimmers are good. And then for Simple Kind of Life, I said all mattes, bit drab, works well as a backdrop, but that's about it. So I used Rich Girl just on its own with a couple looks. I used Simple Kind of Life more than a couple times because I mixed it with the palette that's in 8th spot because it was an all shimmer palette, and so the all matte palette worked well with the all shimmer palette. And would I recommend either of these? If you like the color stories, sure. I think there are some nice formulas in them. I did enjoy, I mean, her brand's defunct now anyway. I like the formulas, but I'm not crazy about the color stories on either one. All right, in 8th place, so we kind of did 7 and 9. We have 8 is this little palette, really rich colors. This is the Subversive palette from Pat McGrath, one of her early palettes. Bright colors, right? We have some rich colors. So what did I say? I said like the warm tones, not crazy about the cool tones. So I did like, I think I did gold with one of the, like with these two, and then I did this one just by itself, and I did these two together. I feel like that's what I did. And then of course used the Simple Kind of Life as a backdrop for the pops of these colors. And yeah, these three were okay. Blue and purple were just a little too much for me, just a little too much. You couldn't build them. They're just, you know, they're so out there. So I felt like they just were too much. And I wanted to tone them down just a little bit, but I couldn't really do that with this. So am I keeping it? Yes, obviously I'm keeping it. But is it one that I feel like, ooh, go out and get it? No, I like her holiday petal. It's a little bit better. I feel like, I don't know, they're just easier to work with. And you get to choose, like, I don't know. Yeah. 6th place might shock you. It's Flower Nose. This is the Cupid's Mischief, part of the Strawberry collection. I mean, look at how gorgeous that is. It is absolutely beautiful. I have a blush that I need to still try out from them that I have not done yet. This is what it looks like. I almost dropped it. Oh my gosh. Beautiful embossing in there. Nice color story. It's pretty, right? It's ornate. It's beautiful. It looks opulent. But what did I say? I said some shadows are nice. The mattes can be sheared. The shimmers are more of toppers. It's so pretty in the design. Love the design. But I mean, this shimmer right here, not my favorite. Kind of a chunky topper. This one you can barely see. I mean, you can, oh, there, you can kind of see it now. The mattes are pretty. They're very soft. It's very Asian makeup, but I just found it a little hard to work with. I was expecting lighter colors, but I was expecting, I don't know, a little bit more with the shimmers at least. I just felt a little disappointed. I have one more Flower Nose that I'll probably, I don't know when I'm going to wear it. I don't know if I'm going to wear it this month or not, but yeah, I was a little disappointed compared to some of the other palettes. It was just okay. I'm doubling up the 4th and 5th place palettes once again. So in 5th place, I have the Amor palette from Luna Magic. And then in 4th place, I have the Mischo palette. That's just, it says eyeshadow palette 1. So here we go. This is what they look like swatched. I will hold them up so you can kind of see. So that's the Amor palette. These both remind me very much of like Natasha Denona. You can tell that they were definitely inspired by her little 5-pound palettes. They feel cheaper. They're not as sturdy, but hopefully they last a little better because her eyeshadows do tend to have issues, that is for sure. So I said, these were the last 2 palettes I wore this month, or last month too. So I said pretty shades for the Amor. I like the way they go on. The shimmers are pretty too, but then I need some light shades. So definitely I needed something to go with this palette. I have a Natasha Denona shadow that was a single that came as a like gift from Sephora. And so I was using that, and I was also using a Sephora just cream shade. I was supplementing 2 different shades with that particular palette because it definitely needed a little help because they are pretty dark. There's some good range. Like I feel like for the shade range, nothing looks overly similar, which is appreciated, but it was just a little hard to work with, and I definitely needed extra shadows to complement it. Then we get to the Mischo palette. I said it is pretty basic. The color story is good for work. The shimmers and mattes work well. It felt, I don't know, it's not overly exciting, which is fine in some ways, but that's what it looks like. I enjoyed it. It worked well. I felt like it finished off the month really well, and I didn't have to worry about having anything too crazy when I went to work, because, you know, I'm not wearing eyeshadow like this when I go teach, that's for sure. In third place, we have the Huda Pastels palette, Pastel Obsessions Lilac palette. So many words, too many words. Like, we don't need that many words. So here we go. This is what it looks like. It is pretty darn light. You have, I mean, it's a pastel palette, so what do you expect? Let me tell you what my initial thoughts were. So I said it is very pretty, not a lot of range, but that's okay. I feel like it was ahead of its time. I feel like it would do probably better now, because I feel like we're doing more lighter shades. Like there's been kind of a pendulum, you know, but I do like it. I'm definitely keeping it because I have so many of the Huda palettes from over the years, and then there just got too many and I stopped collecting, but I do like it. It's not one that I felt like, oh, I want to wear it every day when I was wearing it in a row. So got a little sick of it, but I think once in a while, it's a fun one to pull out and to work with. Okay, in second place, we have the Deluxe Shadow Box from Urban Decay. It's such a fun palette. I ended up getting this because I was ordering something from the Urban Decay site and I needed something for free shipping, and this was like the cheapest thing, and I have used this. Like, you're gonna see, I still have the plastic sheet and I just put that on my desk with the foam applicators, but look at how well used this is and how well loved this has been from over the years. Scratch is one of my obviously favorite shades. Wore that with a lot of things. Like, I would put that in the crease and then I'd have fun with other things. I love Fishnet, I love Ransom. Those are not shades that I normally would gravitate towards, but oh my gosh, I love this palette. I still got compliments. Lisa, you commented that my eye look was really pretty in a video. It was this palette. It was this palette. So yeah, I love it. So I said all shimmers can be hard for looks. Once again, I used this in conjunction with my little Natasha Denona and my Sephora singles. It worked well with that. I love the shadows. I love the color. It's still good even though after all of these years. Like, this is one swatch. Look at how even the black performs better than the Wet n Wild black. That's the one that I've used the absolute least. Probably that and Peace have the smallest, like this row, smallest dents, but there are significant craters. I don't know if you can even see, but I have used quite a bit of this over the years, and I remember I wore this a lot when I was working at American Girl and just had fun with it. Would have, you know, colorful eyeshadow, and it wasn't too distracting, but it was still really pretty, so it worked out well. Yeah, I love this palette. I'm so happy that I still have it. This is the period of Urban Decay that I really loved. And then, you know, all the nakeds were their own thing, but they were not me. This was like what I expected from Urban Decay. We have come to the first place palette, and it is the Morphe Rose Frequency palette. I didn't know what to expect. You know, Morphe has been kind of hit and miss over the years. They're not a brand that I really shop a lot, but some of these newer palettes kind of were speaking to me, so I went for it, and oh my gosh, this was beautiful. Here we go. We have all of the swatches here. I love the color story of this overall. I think they just did a really nice job. So I said very, very pretty. The shimmers are very nice. The mattes blend well and can build, and I would recommend this palette. Like, this is one that if you like the color story, I would recommend it. I don't know if the other ones are as good of formula. Like, if they are, then yeah, but this was like a color story that I thought, ooh, I really like that one. I think it was also 50% off during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, so that was an added incentive for picking it up, and it is really pretty. I'm very happy that I picked it up and definitely will be enjoying it. So that is it for my palettes for the month of April. Let me know if you have any of these, if you remember any of these. Let me know all your thoughts down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.